to make a little video, few restorative poses, and a yoga nidra recording for this week. In March, we're exploring the idea of equanimity, and that's equal part whatever. Rest and activity, inhalation and exhalation, giving and receiving. So I thought for today's practice, I would share a mostly non-active, restful kind of practice. For this practice, if you have some props, that's always nice, but if you don't worry. You can always make do. I have a bolster, which I'm going to be using. If you have a bolster, beautiful. I'm also going to be using a towel or a blanket. If you don't have a bolster, you can grab a few beach towels or blankets and roll them up to kind of make little mini bolsters. I also have a block. If you have a block, that's also good. We're going to start just with some gentle movement before we move into a couple restorative poses, and then a yoga nidra. So for our starting practice, we'll just sit in a nice comfortable seat. Feel free to sit up on your bolster, blanket, block, or just right on the floor. Let's roll the shoulders up. Inhale and exhale. Again, we'll inhale and exhale. And let's do one more, rolling the shoulders up and back. And let's just reverse that, roll them up and forward. And just notice how this gentle movement can even begin to move some stuck energy. Welcome the breath. And then from here, we'll inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, press it out. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale like you're scooping the air up in between the hands and then pushing it out. One more time, we'll inhale up and we'll exhale out. This time with just a little more movement, we'll inhale the arms up. You'll drop your right arm in front and your left arm behind. Maybe sitting a little taller. You don't even have to turn all the way. You can be sort of at about a 45-degree angle. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Inhaling the arms back to the center. Take it to the other side. And again, we'll stay here for a full breath in and a full breath out. One more inhale. Bringing the arms up. And this time taking the hands through the heart center. So I just want you to kind of notice any effortfulness that's come in to this part of the practice. Can you release any held tension in your jaw and forehead? Try to soften those parts of your body that maybe feel a little tense, like they're holding a little more tension than they need to. Then from here, we're going to interlace our hands and just press the hands forward. Take an inhale and then exhale and curl the upper back. You're kind of sitting, rolling back onto your sit bones. And then inhale as you draw the arms all the way up. Again, just noticing any over-efforting. This time as you exhale, take a little bend over to the one side. And then inhale, bending to the other side. Inhaling. Exhaling the hands back, this time through the heart center and all the way to the back. I'm going to take my fingertips to the back and just roll the chest up, maybe draw the gaze forward and up. And one more time, let's exhale, roll back, even interlace the fingers or just grab one wrist and really stretch through the upper back. Inhale back up to the center. Let it just open and softly fall down. So a couple postures we'll do. We're going to start with a supported twist. So I'm going to use my bolster. Again, if you have a few blankets or towels or pillows, you can make your own little bolster. Something that gives you a little bit of height. But if you don't have this, you actually don't even need it. You can do a twist to the floor. But if you have the bolster, sit really close to one side of the bolster. I have my top ankle nestled into the bottom instep of my foot. I'm going to frame the bolster or blankets or pillow with one hand and inhale and lengthen your spine. Exhale all the air out. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale all the air out. And maybe on the bottom of that exhale there's a little more rotation. And then slowly start to peel your body down onto the bolster. And let your arms just rest alongside the bolster. You can turn your head to one side. And it can either be facing the same way as your legs or it can face opposite. Whatever feels best to you. If you have a block and want to slide that underneath the bolster, you can always do that. That makes it a little easier. Just kind of take a few moments to get yourself settled. So for restorative poses, we just want the body to feel very supported. We're not looking to stretch, just looking to support so that you can really rest and move into complete non-activity. So feel free to pause the video if you need to take some more time. Otherwise, we're going to stay here for about 2 minutes. Feel free to close your eyes. If you have an eye covering, you could try to put it on. I find my eye pillow falls off. So sometimes if you've got a little towel or a blanket, you can also drape that over your eyes. Keeping the room dark also helps with the relaxation. And just settle in here. Beginning just now to deepen your inhalations and exhalations. And then using your hands, slide the hands back. You can remain with your eyes closed. Slide your hands back so they're under your shoulders. And as you lift your head off the bolster, just turn your face so it's facing the bolster. Let your chin drop. So your head is kind of dangling as you slowly walk your hands back up towards your body. Take a lot of time coming out of these postures. Begin to make your way to a seated position with the bolster right behind you. And just pause here. Noticing how you feel. And we'll start to make our way to the other side. So you'll snuggle the other hip against the bolster. Again, you can stack your knees, or you can draw your top ankle to the instep of the bottom ankle, taking one hand on each side of the bolster. Inhale for length in the spine. Exhale all the air out. Inhale again. Exhale all the air out. At the bottom of that exhale, maybe there's a little more twist. And then slowly begin to peel yourself down to the bolster or blocks or blankets, and let your head rest to either side and settle in. Again, making any little micro adjustments that help you to feel really comfortable. Again, now just deepening your inhalations and exhalations. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into the mat. Let your head turn to face the bolster or blankets. Slowly begin to make your way up, letting your head again kind of dangle, taking your time. Make your way to a comfortable seat. The bolster behind you, sitting up tall but relaxed. And from here, we're going to move into relaxing back on the bolster. Again, you could have a block under here. You could have the bolster just straight without a block. If you do have the block, you can move it at different places. You could even lift it a little higher, slide it in. We're going to relax back onto the bolster. Your legs can come into Baddha Konasana where the soles of the feet are together. If that feels too uncomfortable, you can always extend your legs straight. You can keep your knees bent. Anything that feels good to your low body. This is more about opening your chest and shoulders. So as we release back into the bolster, you're going to kind of hold on to the bolster and slowly lower back until each little piece of your back kind of peels on the bolster. And if you have something to cover yourself up, should have said that at the beginning, you can always grab a blanket. Again, feel free to pause the video. And now if you do have an eye covering, it can stay on probably. I'm going to actually extend my legs out more like Shavasana. My arms are alongside my body. It's just a supported opening for my chest. Again, I'm not really looking to draw a lot of opening into my body. I'm more looking just for support. And stillness. Stay here for a couple minutes. Always feel free if you're not comfortable right away. Maybe give it a moment or two, and then if you still feel like it's not working, make any adjustments you need to. Here you can also draw your hands to your belly or to your legs. Soften and just release into the support that's underneath you. Beginning again now to just deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Maybe circling your ankles, wiggling your fingers. If your legs are straight, draw your knees bent so your feet are on the floor. Take an inhale, and then on an exhale, gently rolling over to your right side. Just remember you're up on the bolster. Let your right forearm kind of catch you. And again, turning your head to face the floor as you gently press yourself up. Maybe remaining with your eyes closed. Always moving really slowly. Transitioning from poses in restorative yoga. We'll do one more posture, legs up the wall. So for legs up the wall pose, again, we have options to help us feel really rooted and grounded. If you have a strap or a belt or anything to loop around your legs, that can feel good to just let your legs have something to relax into. Hopefully you can pull up next to a wall. I'm going to flip my mat sideways, so I'm going to come up on this wall. And then you can move right into the pose, or you can have something to go under your low back, like we do sometimes when we're in the middle of the floor. You could use a block, or sometimes it feels nice to just have a small blanket or a towel rolled up. You could even double it up to make it more like the height of a block, or you could feel free to use a block or absolutely nothing. So you're going to snuggle up one hip next to the wall. Lean back onto your elbows and then swing your legs up to the wall. And again, you can stay right here. If you have something to loop around your legs, that can feel good. If you want to slide, any kind of lift underneath your low back. I'm just pressing into the wall so I can lift my hips off the floor, and then I'm going to set the support down, and it's about 3 or 4 inches away from the wall so that it's right on my low back. My lumbar curve is supported, but my sacrum is released, so there's a space between the support and the wall. And then grab your eye pillow, slide it over your eyes. Let your body again just relax in this posture. Taking a couple breaths to settle in. Noticing any areas you want to adjust a little bit. And then maybe even drawing the shoulder blades underneath you. You can feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. I will guide you through a Shavasana, Yoga Nidra after this, but if you want to pause the video and just stay for a while in this beautiful posture, you are more than welcome. So you are welcome to stay longer in this posture and just pause the video. Otherwise, begin to deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Let your legs just start to bend and the heels kind of slide down the wall. And then again, gently rolling over to one side, maybe rolling all the way onto your right arm so you're resting on it like it's a pillow, and pause here. Once again, turning your face to face the floor and gently press yourself up. And then we'll begin to make our way into our final posture. I'm going to set you up for a supported Shavasana, just as an option, but you can take your regular form of Shavasana, whatever you'd like. And actually for Yoga Nidra, you could even go to your bed. So, if you'd like to do a more supported version of Shavasana, I'm going to set it up and then I'm going to begin our Yoga Nidra. So, one option is to take something under your knees. If you have a bolster, you could even flip the bolster up so your thighs are almost a little bit more parallel. You might want a blanket on top of you too, because you'll be here for a while. For your head, you could take this folded blanket and offset the fold a little bit by maybe 6 inches. And put the offset at the top. So there's a space, and you'll see what I'm going to do. I'm going to lie down onto the blanket so that it feels good under my shoulders and my head. And this is going to form a little encapsulate my head. I'm going to take the part of the blanket that's loose, and I'm going to fold it underneath and kind of tuck it around my head. Then I'm going to take the bottom of the blanket and tuck it around again. So it sort of just keeps my head still, but I'm not having to hold it in place, right? It's just kind of like that. And then anything you want to do for your legs, I've got the bolster here. You could be in your regular Shavasana, grabbing a blanket. Definitely grab your eye pillow, place it over your eyes. Just begin to settle in here. I'm coming out of the posture, but please stay in the posture as I start to guide you through a Yoga Nidra practice. Take your time, any amount of time, to set yourself up so that you feel really supported, rested, grounded, and rooted. Take an inhale through your nose, and then one more little sip of air in, and exhale slowly through your open mouth. Taking another inhale, and another sip of air, and exhale. One more time, take an inhale. Another little sip of air. And a long, slow exhale. Sinking down into the earth. Letting everything settle. Noticing the back of your head. Touching the back of the mat. Notice the back of your shoulders. Pelvis, backs of your legs and your heels. Let all those parts of your body that are touching the ground, let them feel really heavy and sink just a little bit deeper into the ground. And then let the top of the body gently begin to soften and relax. Starting with the forehead, the temples, the jaw, the throat, the heart center. The belly, the pelvis, tops of the legs, and tops of the feet. Soften into the back body. And then as I name each body part, allow your attention to just Move to that body part without moving the body part itself. You could even repeat it after me. Just allow your attention to follow my voice. There's nothing you need to do. This is yoga nidra practice of non-activity. Let's draw our attention to our right thumb, our right index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. The palm of the right hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, forearm, and the elbow, the upper arm, shoulder, and armpit, the heart center. Draw your attention now to your left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. The palm of your left hand, the back of your left hand, your wrist, your forearm, your elbow, your upper arm, your shoulder, and your armpit, your heart center. Let your awareness now move to the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, top of your foot, the heel, the lower leg, the knee, the upper leg, the hip, the pelvis. Draw your attention now to your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, top of your foot, bottom of your foot, lower leg, knee, upper leg, hip, pelvis. Draw your attention now to the top of your head. Any sensations you feel at the top of your head. Your forehead, the space between your eyebrows, the right temple, the right jaw, the throat, the heart center. Draw your attention now again to the top of your head. The space between your eyebrows, your left temple, left jaw, throat, and heart center. Have the sensation now of heaviness in your body. Feel the body heavy, sinking into the earth. Feel the top body sinking into the back body. Tune into that sense of heaviness. Tune in now to a sense of lightness. Let your body feel light, as if it's lifted off the floor. Tune into that sense of lightness. now tune back into the sense of heaviness, sinking into the floor. Feel the body heavy. Feel the stillness of your body. Connect in with that sense of heaviness. Connect in with a sense of your body spreading out, taking up space. And you are welcome to stay here as long as you have to stay. I will guide you out. Begin to deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Begin to invite some movement into your fingers and toes. Maybe just gently, as you breathe deeply, opening the heart, and then exhaling, open mouth exhale. One more time, inhaling. Feel the chest expand, and then open mouth exhale. Draw your knees into your chest one at a time and just pause here. Before rolling over onto your right side and all the way onto your right arm, we'll pause here. Our pose of rebirth. Notice the stillness, the connection to that stillness and rest. As you turn your head to face the ground, and begin to press into the earth with both hands. Let your head again kind of dangle and just be the last thing that comes up as you make your way to a comfortable seat. Maybe just remaining with the eyes closed for a few more moments. Noticing the stillness. And we'll draw our hands to our heart center and we'll bow in gratitude for this practice, to yourself for taking time for this healing practice today. Inhaling, we'll draw our thumbs to our third eye. And exhaling, the light in me bows to the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this practice. I hope you feel restored, rejuvenated, ready for activity or ready for some more non-activity. See if you can find some opportunity to bring in both the inhalation and exhalation, the balance in your day and week. Namaste.